So the faith people over here are saying, don't do anything like those religious people. And the works people are over here saying, you don't need Jesus, like a virgin had a baby who rose from the dead, right? How about something more practical, like you figure it out yourself and you fix it yourself? And James says they're both wrong. They're both wrong. Now, there are versions of this in Christianity. There are whole churches and denominations that basically take one of these options, the faith option or the works option. And both are demonic. Now, there's an informal third way that exists in our culture, and that is, now, I'm not going to do nothing, and I'm not going to do a lot of things. I'll just assume that what I'm already doing is good enough. These are people who are like, if you died, do you know where you're going? I'm going to heaven. Why? I believe in God. I'm a pretty good person. Which means I'm not going to try any harder. I feel like he grades on a curve, and I think I'm okay. I'm one of those C students, but, grades on a curve. Oh, I could do more, but I could do less. I'm a pretty good person. How many of you thought or think or know someone who thinks they're a pretty good person, they believe in God, I'm sure it'll be fine when I die. If there's a happy place, I'll go there. Most people are in that category. What's the answer? James says, you are like a demon. It's not very encouraging, is it? Not super, like that would not be a best-selling book title. You are like a demon. Oh, yay. I didn't know which book to buy. 7 Steps to a Whole New You, or You're Like a Demon. I don't know. I was in the self-help section. Right? He talks about demonic faith. Demonic faith, I'll put in quotes, it's not saving faith. Demonic faith approaches God the way demons approach God. He says, oh, you believe in one God. Congratulations, you're a monotheist. Even the demons are monotheists. You can have an understanding of Jesus without an affection for Jesus. You know what's curious? I'll give you a couple examples. As you read the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and they talk about the life of Jesus, there's a lot of people that don't know who Jesus is. Like his family. They don't know who he is. His disciples, he calls them dull. I'm sure it didn't bother them. When you're that dull, it just flies right by. But anyways, because they didn't know who he was. The religious people didn't know who he was. The demons knew who he was. As you read the Gospels, the demons know who Jesus is. I'll give you some examples. Mark 1:34, he, Jesus, would not permit the demons to speak because they knew him. Luke 4:33 and 34, there was a man who had the spirit of an unclean demon, and he cried out with a loud voice, I know who you are, the Holy One of God. Luke 4:41, demons also came out of many saying, you are the Son of God. But he rebuked them and would not allow them to speak because they knew that he was the Christ. There's dead faith. Friends, I had dead faith until I was 19 and met Jesus. I would have said, I was baptized as a baby, I believe in God, and I'm a good person, better than most, I'm sure I'm fine. Dead faith. I didn't know Jesus, I didn't love Jesus, I didn't enjoy the life of Jesus, I wasn't growing in Christ's likeness. The life of Jesus was not flowing through my life. Some of you have dead faith. And some of you have demonic faith. You know who Jesus is, but you don't love him. You're not responding to him. His life has not overtaken your life.